want to do is I want to show you how you could build a really strong introduction and how you could build a really strong conclusion so that you could be part of the exceptional presenters that know how to do that. See, this is serious because what are we talking about? We're talking about first impressions and we're talking about what? Last impressions. I don't know if you've ever heard these terms where you have the primacy effect and the recency effect, which means people tend to remember what they heard first and they tend to remember what they heard last. Well, think about it now. If those were both not strong, then what have we done? We forfeited some real potential there, haven't we?
Connection starts with this idea of perspective taking, and we do this two ways, through our head and our heart. So one way is through literally understanding what the other person is looking for and understands and is interested in and what's keeping them up at night. And then there's that emotional connection as well.
I'm going to give you a model. One that when you practice it and learn it and tattoo it on your brain, you are going to find so many uses. This is called prep because we need to be prepared. All right, and here it is. Well, there's a little bit. You're saying, well, where's the model? It's coming, folks.
Find excuses to project your leadership. I thought, wow, find excuses to project your leadership. If leadership is something that can be projected, then it's also something that can be noticed. So what is it that defines leadership presence? What is that thing that can be noticed and can be projected out? What was that thing that this leader, who I thought had a lot of leadership presence, was asking me to project?
What we do in moments of stress and pressure and how we respond and how we react is absolutely essential to our success. And we've all been there, right? You said something, you've done something, you know, you've gotten an email and then it agitated you, so you quickly type and reply to all. You go, that'll show them who they're messing with. 5 minutes go by, 10 minutes. Maybe I should have sent that email. Hello, IT, can we retract emails here? You know, it happens to the best of us.
There's a lot of illusions going on when we're communicating with each other, where we're not necessarily fully comprehending, understanding what other people are saying, and so we think that we're communicating, but there's actually an illusion around it. Well, very often, a lot of speakers, correct, are not what? I've always taught this, is right, there's not a muscle between what you think you're going to say and what you actually say, and it needs developing, and there's a gap sometimes, isn't there? And so the speaker can miss some important gaps, and then you, the listener, sometimes we think listening is just nodding our head, but it's not, is it? I believe it's a very exhausting, energetic, engaging type of activity that you really have to be aware of.
How do we keep people engaged? Which is a question I hear all the time. This is the question. I want to be more engaging. How do I be more engaging? How do I make impact? And the answer, storytelling. Actually, we're done now, that's it. Now you know the answer, we're done. Well, it's the topic, it's boring. You heard it earlier, there's no boring topics, there's only boring presenters.